The decision time is upon us. Finally, after multiple years of court battles, the SEC versus Ripple Labs lawsuit is in its final innings. Today, those investors and I are going to be going over some of the most recent findings for the lawsuit to try and front run a verdict for ourselves, right? Part of investing is being ahead of the crowd, so we would like to see what we believe the outcome to this lawsuit will be. Both parties have given Judge Torres their final closing documents, so a verdict is going to be upon us very shortly. Who knows if it's going to be in favor of the SEC? Who knows if it'll be in favor of Ripple Labs? Who knows if the outcome is going to matter at all in the price of XRP, right? If it's in favor of Ripple Labs, there's a good chance that XRP will have no price impact because they'll have ruled it not a security, not an investment vehicle. Time will tell. We're going to try and decide things here today. I did a live earlier today with those of you guys on TikTok with our goal of figuring out what would be the most interesting to the public. We wanted to see if we wanted to look into the founders of XRP and Ripple Labs, or if we wanted to look into actually what the lawsuit was going to be about. And the verdict was to look into XRP lawsuit and the tokenomics. So very exciting stuff here today. I got my hair all fancy done up so that we can go live and I don't have to look at an ugly slop. So, hey bro, do you think Bitcoin would correct down? It went up so fast. Everything that goes up must come down. So part of me does believe, in fact, that we will have a correction. It's just a natural, healthy market. Thank you for the question, though, Internet Gangsta. I appreciate that. I want to make sure that I'm actually live on YouTube because many times now I have clicked go live and not actually been live. So let me just give me 1 second while I just make sure everything is good to go. There we go. We're live. Success. It only took like 7 or 8 times, right? Soom, you said quant price prediction. I don't like giving out my price predictions because then I just look like a moon boy. The total addressable market for quant is massive, so it's fair to say that if they succeed in what they're going after, the price that they're at currently is extremely low. However, it's up to you to decide your own price predictions, right? I don't want to be responsible for anyone making investment decisions. In full disclosure, I own half of a quant. I don't have much crypto at the moment at all, which is why I'm doing these. I want to decide what cryptos should we be buying. Flux capacitor. Yeah, thank you for those roses, my dude. I appreciate that a lot more than you probably understand. I can have McDonald's for dinner now. Thank you. Okay, XRP lawsuit update. So, I was doing a little bit of research before we went live here so that I could have a good understanding. Damn, there's a lot of roses there. Thank you again. A little bit of research so that I could have a decent understanding of what to look into here today. Essentially, the best example that I could give as to the argument for why XRP is not considered a security in the eyes of Ripple Labs and likely many investors, it's that XRP is like a car. Tesla sells you a Tesla vehicle. You can purchase that vehicle and it's an asset that you own. It's not an investment vehicle. It's literally an asset. And you can choose to utilize that asset or just put it in your garage and hold on to it and hope that it appreciates over time. The Tesla is not itself an investment vehicle, but you could decide to invest into that as an investment vehicle. But that's not the agreement that you have with Tesla when you purchase the vehicle. So similarly, Ripple Labs is arguing that XRP has a utility and people can speculate on the possibility of a price appreciation, but that is not the main purpose of XRP. The main purpose of XRP is to facilitate cross-border transactions. Currently speaking, when you do a transaction, you go from one currency into USD into another currency. Sometimes there's a direct bridge into the two currencies, but a lot of times, especially in very remote parts of the world, there's not a direct bridge. And so you have to go through a bunch of different exchanges and you have to connect multiple different banks together in order for that exchange to work. So then every single middleman takes a little piece out of it. And then let's say I were to transfer $500 from one country to my home family back in another country, right? by the time the money got there, multiple days would have passed by with all the different settlements that it has to go through with each bank that takes a little bit of a fraction. So then the $500 that I sent actually ends up being like $480. With XRP, it will settle almost instantaneously, right within one block cycle. So I believe it's like 5 to 10 seconds or something like that. Don't quote me on that yet. We'll look into it a little bit later. And then the $500 will be $499.99. They'll only take a very small piece of the pie. Thus, it's more efficient for people to transact through XRP's ledger than it would be to go through the traditional banking system. That's the main use, the potential use case for XRP. And Ripple Labs is arguing that they are just selling that vehicle for you to use however you feel fit, but they're not selling you an investment. So we'll see. We'll see how Judge Torres views it. If she agrees with them, then that's awesome on one instance because it won't be a security and thus the SEC can't regulate it. But at the same time, that is them telling you point blank, this is not an investment to make. This is an asset that you could hold similar to a car. It's not guaranteed to go up in value. You know what I'm saying here? So you were legitimately just speculating, just gambling, hoping that the price were to go up. Hopefully that makes sense to you. It was a pretty good argument in my understanding. Like up till then, I don't feel like I had a solid grasp as to why XRP would not be a security, but it being just an asset and you choosing to potentially invest into it makes a lot of sense to me. What's going on, NFT Sage? Okay, so with that being the argument that Ripple Labs is trying to make, the defense for, well, no, that is the defense. I want to look into like what is the actual use case of XRP, and that's what we're going to start here with the live today so that we can have an understanding. Is it meant to appreciate in value over time? Do people with a reasonable amount of expectation go into purchasing XRP tokens and coins with the understanding that they will increase in value over time, right? Because then there may not be an investment contract per se where the two parties are legitimately signing something saying this is an investment, but at the same time, they're reasonably going into it expecting it to be an investment. That's where I think is a good starting point. If you guys have any opinions, feel free to share them with me. I'd love to hear it. This is a group effort, so yeah. I'm live on YouTube right now if you want to see my screen as well. I will be trying to iterate as much as I possibly can to you guys and just giving my opinion along the way. So I'll save the XRP lawsuit update for a little bit later. Let's go to Ripple Labs. That's usually a good, going to the initial home space or the home page is the best spot to learn about a new cryptocurrency or really any investment, right? If you want to learn about a company, go to the company's investor relations. You know what I'm saying? The real Bcash, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be considered an investment? Bodadio, thank you for those roses. God damn, we're on fire tonight. I appreciate it. You must have just missed my little spiel there. They're claiming that it's an asset, not an investment vehicle. So just like a car, an actual vehicle is an asset, it's not an investment vehicle. That's what they're claiming XRP is. So then it's not like the SEC doesn't regulate cars. The SEC regulates securities. So if it's comparable to a car, then they don't have a jurisdiction to regulate it. Now, legitimately, I was going through some of the court case documents. I found a wonderful YouTube video that was outlining them by a lawyer who was breaking down his opinion on the documents. And he was saying, he showed a screenshot of the ending of the document in which they said, Ripple Labs said, if Congress chooses to change the regulatory framework that the SEC has jurisdiction over, that is a completely different thing. And Congress can do that, but it's not up to Judge Torres. Which reminds me, and I'm going to write this down, we have to look into other rulings that Judge Torres has had in the past, because then we can get an insight onto her framework of how she views things, how she thinks about things, because this is a lot of weight sitting on one person's shoulders. This court case is going to Ripple, pun intended, through the cryptoverse. Like, it's going to be referenced many times in proceedings forward. So, Judge Torres, previous rulings. That's just a mental note for me. Okay, Ripple.com, business impact powered by crypto. Get started now. This is cool. They have a lot of partnerships just scrolling straight across their screen. So if you view it as something you're willing to speculate on, they do in fact have a lot of partnerships already, despite being in a multi-year long court case. Solutions built for businesses. Using proven crypto and blockchain technology honed over a decade, Ripple's enterprise-grade solutions are faster, more transparent, and more cost-effective than traditional financial services. Our customers use these solutions to source crypto, facilitate instant payments, empower their treasury, engage new audience, lower capital requirements, and drive new revenue. So very much so just a sales pitch there. Let's see. We're coming in here. I want to understand how XRP and XRP's ledger works. Swamp Donkey, I appreciate those lives. Those likes. Means a lot. We're at 1.2 likes already. Let's effing go. Oh, I should put up... Hold on, give me a second, YouTube. I gotta put up my chat. There we go. Now I can see the chat over here, so if you guys on YouTube choose to say anything, I will be able to see it. We have contact sales. All right, solutions, use cases. Perfect. They have it listed on their website. Who would have thought that? They literally have a tab called use cases. We'll start with cross-border payments, then we'll go to crypto liquidity, and then central bank digital currencies. So they're trying to compete with Algorand in that sense, the CBDCs. Algorand has a bunch, so we'll see what Ripple Labs has. Settlement in seconds, not days. So as I had said when we started the live, currently speaking, if I want to send money from one country to another country, if they do not have an exact, if they do not already have a setup in existence, goddamn, an exchange, a Forex exchange, if they don't already have a currency swap in place, a liquidity pool for you crypto heads for their currency and the other currency that you're trying to send money to, you have to go through USD first because it's the global reserve currency. They are trying to change that. They're trying to say you can go through XRP and on XRP's ledger, and then you won't have to wait for the settlement periods of multiple banks. You can just wait for the next block to close, which is significantly faster and far cheaper. All right, join the network, expand your reach and accelerate your payments business. Deliver real-time global payments without tying up capital in destination markets. Our proven technology and global network enable remittance, SME payments, disbursements, and treasury flows that are faster, more reliable, and more affordable for organizations and their customers. I should have expected this would be 100% just a sales pitch. Yeah, so this is a good little visual here on their website, which you can clearly see. Sending institution, they have one currency, then XRP as the bridge to a new currency, and then the receiving institution, and then it goes to the beneficiaries. So quite literally how the system is functioning currently, just with XRP as the reserve currency, if you will. Unique use case here. Okay. I had written down most things, to be honest, so I think just referencing from here will likely be more beneficial than trying to redo all of my thoughts on the live stream live. I also have to remember not to touch the table because it shakes the screen. Thoughts on H-bar. I have not done research into H-bar. I probably will next because somebody always asks about H-bar and I don't have an opinion, so I can't give an opinion. You know what I'm saying? yeah, if you don't have one, you can't give one. Okay. So, just like Tesla selling you a Tesla, the car company selling you a Tesla as an asset that you hold, you can choose to use it and utilize its use cases, or you could choose to keep it as an investment vehicle and hope that the price goes up over time. And over the last 2 years, you would in fact have made money holding a Tesla because the price was going up. That is purely speculation. Most of the time, if you're holding a car, the price goes down over time, as we're all fully aware. That's just how it normally functions. So, in that sense, you would just be gambling on price appreciation on an asset. You could, similarly with XRP, you could gamble on price appreciation on XRP's token, or you could hold it and utilize it for what its use case is. Exactly like a car. That's the argument that Ripple is making here. And then the SEC is coming back saying that investors are going into it expecting to make a profit off of it, off of the sale directly from Ripple Labs. Okay. The best example there for what I'm trying to get my point across here with is that Tesla made money off of selling that vehicle to an individual. They use that money to improve their fleet building capabilities and improve their software that vehicle runs on. Then they can update that vehicle and improve that vehicle that you're holding, improve upon that asset, and make it more valuable. However, that does not make a Tesla as a car a security. It still is an asset. Ripple Labs is saying that they are selling XRP as that asset. And just because they're taking money from people, from investors or speculators or people trying to actually move money cross-border and do its legitimate use case, and using that money to invest into bettering the product, it does not make it an asset. It makes an asset, not a security. And now it's literally just in Judge Torres's opinion as to what she's going to do with it. I feel like I'm reiterating the same point here, so somebody stop me if they're getting bored with it. Bridge digital assets seamlessly. It acts like a liquidity hub. Liquidity Hub is a turnkey liquidity and global payment platform. Built specifically for enterprise needs, it supports a variety of digital assets and connects organizations to a rich set of liquidity venues to source optimized pricing via smart order algorithms. So we have market makers, exchanges, and OTC desks. Then they are connected to different cryptocurrencies like Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, different businesses through liquidity provided by Ripple, Ripple's liquidity hub. I just got a text message. What's going on, Chris? Someone says stop, good info. I'm getting mixed signals here, you guys. I got a text message. Give me 1 second. It was, hopefully, I don't know if that's going to stop my live. That's definitely going to stop my live. It was somebody asking me for help right now on something, and it was a dude that I'm working with closely, so I have to. This is probably going to pause the live. If it does, I'm coming right back, I promise. It was someone saying, someone that I'm working with for Palantir Daily, saying, I need help with something right now. So I don't know what it is, what he's asking help with. Now I have an internal dilemma because this is the only thing that I have set in stone. This is my time slot to do something in, right? These lives. But now, on the other hand, this is someone who's relying on me for stuff. And now I don't know. Do I postpone the live for like 20 minutes to help him with whatever it is? What do you guys think? The 6 of you? Is there anyone on YouTube right now? There is nobody on YouTube right now. So it's up to you guys, the 6 of you guys. Do I abandon my live for a minute and go help him? Or do I ignore him and continue on? If it's important, yeah, man, do it. It is kind of important. You guys should go check it out. It's Palantir Daily. It's daily news articles on Palantir. I help write them, and he's kind of like the dude who owns the entire website. And so, like, it's a business venture that I'm doing with him. Yes, friends need help. You help them if it's important. All right. You guys have been fantastic. I will be back in a few minutes. I'll try and pull up some of the web pages that I'll need for the actual research. Yeah, thank you. I'll be back in a second. Okay, YouTube. I'll be back in a minute, guys.